Okay, today we're going to talk about how do we go from standard form to slope-intercept form when we're talking about linear functions. Remember that standard form is ax plus by equals c, and slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. Remembering that our m is slope and our b is the y-intercept. Now, there's a formula that we use when we're trying to find the slope and the y-intercept given a standard form. And here it is. When we're looking for the slope, it's m equals negative a divided by b. And when we're looking for our y-intercept, we use c divided by b for our y-intercept. So we can actually go from standard form to slope-intercept in two different ways. We can use this formula over here. So I'll put formula. We can use the formula here. Or we can do it algebraically. So, for example, we have 2x plus 3y equals 6. If we want to change this to slope-intercept form, then what we're going to have to realize is that, first off, our a is 2, our b is 3, and our c is 6. So to find our slope, we take negative a and divide it by b. Since our a is 2, then this is negative 2 divided by 3. For our y-intercept b, we take our c, which is 6, and divide it by b, which is 3. So 6 divided by 3 simplifies to give us 2. So we have our y-intercept and we have our slope. So when we write it in slope-intercept form, we come over here to recognize it is y equals m, which is negative 2 over 3x, plus our b, which is 2. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Bam. All right, so what about if we're talking about algebraically? Well, if we're talking about doing this thing algebraically, then we have our 2x plus 3y equals 6. And what we have to realize is that our goal is to get this y by itself. But before we can do anything with the y, or even with the 3y, that entire term, we have to get rid of the 2x. So we do that by doing the opposite of this positive 2x. So we subtract 2x from both sides here of the equation. Knowing that 2x minus 2x is just 0, so we cross that out. And we're left with 3y equals 6 minus 2x. And from here, we divide by 3. Because this is multiplication, the inverse of multiplication is division, which is why we divide the left side by 3. And then we divide each term on the right side by 3 as well. 3 divided by 3 is just 1. So we're left with y equals 6 divided by 3 is 2 minus 2 over 3x. Or we can flip this thing around by our commutative property and just say negative 2/3 x plus 2. And these are the same answers. So that's how we go from standard form to slope-intercept form in a linear function.